Hi there, today I want to talk about annualised salary arrangements. And for those of you who do have staff on annualised salary arrangements, then this video is for you. If you do, it's time to dust off the calculator or the Excel formulas and start recalculating whether the annual salary you're paying your salaried staff still accurately reflects their usual working hours, and that they're being paid at least the amount they would have received under the award if they weren't salaried. So the reason that it's time to do it now is that March is the anniversary of when the new annualised wage provisions came into being back on March 1st, 2020. So it was March 2020 when one of two new clauses were added to some of the modern awards. So in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to very quickly list off two of the things you must do now and every March to avoid underpaying your salaried employees. And I'll also give you a quick reminder of some of the things you need to do when you first set a new employee's annualised salary. So first of all, the two things you must do now: check for the annual salary provisions in the modern award that applies to each of those employees that you employ on an annualised salary arrangement. So go and find those awards and check for any salary provisions in there. And the second thing there is recalculate what their annualised salary should be. If it's lower than the amount that they would have been paid under the modern award, if they weren't on a salary, then you'll need to calculate how much back pay is payable to them. If it is at least equal to or above the amount that they would have been paid under the modern award, if they weren't on a salary, then you're all good. So the last couple of points I want to make is the things to do when you first set a new employee's annualised salary, so that before the employee starts and you're working out what their salary is. So where an annualised wage is paid, you, the employer, have to advise the employee in writing. Now, there's a few things you need to advise them in writing of: what the annualised wage payment is that you're paying them, which clauses in the modern award are actually being satisfied by their annualised wage. So what things, allowances and what have you, are actually being scooped up and included in their annualised wage. You also need to make sure you specify in writing to them an outer limit, is what they call it, an outer limit of the hours that would attract penalties or overtime, which the employee may be required to work over a pay period or roster cycle for the annualised wage. And the fourth thing you need to put in writing there, you need to specify the separate payments that will be made to the employee for any additional hours worked outside of that outer limit within the pay period or roster cycle. So two last points there, things to do when you first have that employee starting who's going to be on a salaried arrangement. Put a recurring reminder in your diary or your calendar to conduct the annual reconciliation of each 12 months, and 12 months from the commencement of the employee's annualised wage, or sometimes employers will do it like every March. So that's up to you, but it really needs to be every 12 months. And the final point is keep detailed records of the employee's actual start and finish times, including any unpaid breaks, so lunch breaks and things like that. And you really need to require the employee to sign off or acknowledge that the record of hours on their timesheet is correct for that particular pay period or roster cycle. Now, if you do need any further advice on this area, give us a call. I'm Jackie Strawn at HR Tactics. We're always here to help, always happy to help you and those that you care about in business. So don't hesitate to drop us a line on the phone, email or text. Have a great day.